Dan's Global Cooking Challenge. And I don't know why it wouldn't be working. Flipping around. I'm hoping that's going to come back real soon. I'm going to put the camera on. I don't know what happened. I really, really don't. But all I can do is wait for it to come back. Hi, we're all blurry. Dillkött. I don't know how to pronounce the umlaut. Dillkött. Lamb stew in a creamy dill sauce. So let's get started with the always chopping an onion. How is everybody doing? Hello, Team Skinner. Thank you for the like. Anthony Gilmore. Hello. How are you doing? Good evening to you, good sir. I am on this quote-unquote chilly Florida day. Chilly in that it's not really, but it will be, allegedly. Weird thing for me today, I did my 10-mile run. It was nice and cloudy. But it was really bizarre because of going along, you know, in my warm weather gear, jogging, there's a million people on the beach, which is surprising. Surfers and people going to the beach and people walking dogs. And I'm smelling the air, and what is it but the unmistakable scent of people's wood-fired fireplaces in Florida. That's what Florida's like. Hey Hector, thank you very much for the like. I always appreciate you being here. You're always a great help. So yes, but weird. But then again, you know, I grew up, we had a fireplace and we would turn on the air to be able to put on the fireplace. To be able to use it. We said we have it, we need to use it. So, weird the way the world works. Just went to a movie, which is nice. Just got my lamb just now. The lamb, you'll see later. Oh, I'm roughly chopping this, so roughly chopping. So, I'm not gonna get too exact. And wouldn't you know, just as I mentioned that, my eyes get a little wonky. So that's a roughly chopped. Makes it faster. Remco! How are you doing? Thank you for the restream. Remco, how are you doing? My eyes normally don't react. Sometimes they do. This is one of those times. So, chopping the onion. Roughly chopping the onion. So this is going to be in a very creamy dill sauce, and the instructions are very specific in terms of getting the reduction and the texture of that sauce. Which should be good, because one of the problems I tend to have with stews is that they tend to be too watery. On my end, there's only been a couple that I've been, you know, okay with the texture of the liquid. Like my Japan stew, that was the best. Then I know, you know, I can just boil it down and stuff, but then I don't have, you know, all night for such things. So we have our onion, now we're just going to peel and slice a carrot. I have a sort of an issue with this recipe in that I wasn't sure whether I was going to do half of the recipe or the whole recipe. And as it turns out, I'm making... said I'd make the whole recipe, but I bought the lamb and it said to buy 1.25 pounds of lamb, but I bought 1.25 pounds of lamb. I had the guy cube it for me to save the time for y'all and me, but it wound up being only 3/4, so I don't know what's going to happen. Do you always make main courses, or do you make pudding too? Toby asks. No, I do not make desserts. I'm not a pastry chef, to use the old oft-repeated line from Top Chef. Number one. Number two, I'm not a big dessert guy. I run 10 miles every other day to keep the weight off, so that's probably good that I'm not a dessert guy. I've sort of almost accidentally made desserts a couple times. I say accidentally because it was like one time that I was cooking a thing, and it wasn't until I put it in my mouth I went, oh, it's dessert, duh. So, go figure. But that's it. And so far as pudding, no, I've never actually made pudding. That wasn't, you know, instant. That's before I tried to ever cook anything. So we are slicing the carrot. I sharpened my knives before I got started here. Don't slice your hand off. That's always the #1 rule in the kitchen. Emerge with the same number of fingers as you started. Rule #1. Oh, thank you for the restream, Tachi. How are you doing? Thank you very much. How are you doing this Sunday evening? It's been a nice weekend here. I cooked, if you joined us last night, we did night 1 of Sweden last night. We did a poached salmon, so here's our carrots. We did a poached salmon and with these cucumber, fresh cucumber salad, which will be also making an appearance on the plate tonight. Thank you for the follow, Toby. Good to hear you're good, Tachi. But that was really good, and that's in the fridge. And now we're finding a stalk of celery, and had the celery for a little while. It said to use celery or leeks, and I didn't want to have to go buy a leek when I've had the celery sitting here. Problem is, it's been sitting here for a little while. So I'm just going to get the one best looking stalk out of this before they all go bye-bye. This one will do. Okay. That will do. That'll do, pig. I don't know how much of that is going to last, but I'm going to wash this off. I will be right back. And we're listening to Swedish jazz, in case you couldn't tell. This is valet for... I can't read that. Hedgegarden. So this is Swedish jazz. So we are slicing the celery stick. There isn't that much to cut and slice, thankfully. However, there's like, 3 separate moving parts to this whole operation here. Because there's the lamb and vegetables, and then there's a dill reduction, and then there's a dill sauce. So, like I said, 3 separate moving parts, in addition to the potatoes, which I will be trying to remember to do on the side here. Hector says, wrap celery in foil instead of keeping it in the plastic bag. It will last a long time. Oh, good to know. That one is going to wind up going bye-bye. But the next one, I will definitely do that. Thank you, Hector, for that very good tip. I very much appreciate it. I've wound up employing all y'all's little tips all along the way, so making me better. Thank you. So we've got our chopped celery right here, which if it was a leek, it would be like that much. So I don't know how it says like 1 celery stalk or 1 leek, because a leek is big. I did not know what a leek was before I started this whole operation. Okay, now just a couple of random things we're going to be setting out, so let me clear this off. So, again, as of last night, with the white peppercorns, I know I could buy, I have white peppercorns, but they come in with a grinder attachment, and the only way to get them out without grinding them is to break the damn thing. I am going to be picking them out of the mixed jar of things, of peppercorns. So we're getting a bay leaf. How many bay leaves? We have 1 little bay leaf. Just gonna go right. Oh, that's a big one. And then we are adding 1 sprig of thyme, of fresh thyme. It's not the freshest, but it's here, and I have it. And it will have to do You know what? I think I can put these together in this. Save myself space. One sprig of thyme. Like I said, not the freshest in the world, but you know, it's here. And I don't feel like buying another whole batch just for one little sprig. At least not yet. That'll do. Okay. This is gonna wind up going really soon. And then our aforementioned white peppercorns. Which are in my jar of mixed peppercorns. Because when I need to buy pink ones for, I think it was Norway, when I made my grevelocks, I couldn't find pink ones. I could only find the mixed, and I had to break this off with like a wrench. Notice all the, you know, I banged it up quite nicely. So I am fishing out white peppercorns here, and I'm fishing out them out for 2 separate portions. So let's see how many white ones I can pull out. And here I'm gonna take off my glasses so I can see up close. Okay, because we got green ones and we got white ones, and I pulled out a bunch of white ones yesterday. So I hope I have enough. There are 10 in one and 5 in another, so let's see what we got. We'll say that's 2. Okay, this is just a weird operation. Trying to find needle in a haystack, as it were. I mean, I don't know why it was so hard to find white peppercorns, like, by themselves. And I was looking for green peppercorns, I think it was last week, and I had to pull out green ones. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's 5? So 5 here, now we need 10. Then 1. That's green. That's 2. By the way, I went to see the movie just now. Came back from seeing The Big Short. Exceptional, exceptional movie. Should win a lot of prizes. Also very depressing and complicated. But very, very good. I highly recommend it. I don't know how it's a comedy, but, you know, that's how things go. Love Nail Polish, thank you for the like and the restream. And KRM Kim No Foster, thank you for the restream. We have a name? Kenny, thank you for the restream. Very much. So, let's see now where we got. We're still looking for, we got 3, we got 4, looking for 5, 5, 5, 5. You're in here, I see you. How can I get you out? No, wrong. 5, 6, is that white? Not really. Ah! Dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Come on. 7, 8. Come on. You're in there. 9. One more. One more, my precious. My precious. This is harder than it looks. Without dropping them all over the floor. You're in there. Let me have you. Okay. 10. Mission accomplished. Oh. You know, back in bowl. You know, if anyone's ever seen the movie All of Me, with that Lily Tomlin and Steve Martin, I'm always referencing Back in Bowl, the guy who said that line, famous character actor, was in every movie. He just died today. Sad. Just found out, just like right before it came on. And I was like, I'm mentioning it every damn time I cook with the Back in Bowl. So, here's the 10. This is for part 1, which is the primary meal. This is the 5 for part 2, which I'm going to put over here, which is for the sauce. I have to make sure to keep these 2 things apart. Okay, and now salt. It's a measured amount of salt. I know that's odd or unusual, but that's just the way it is. And I need to replenish my salt. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm almost like running low on salt. Madness. How's everybody doing? Okay. Salt. When it rains, it pours. almost finished on this. Craziness. We're gonna use all the salt in the dish. No, but seriously, folks, the recipe suggests a certain amount of salt for most people, and then it says Swedes normally use this much more. So I'm gonna split the difference. Catch you later, Cliff. You have a good one. Thank you, Anthony. Have fun castling. So I'm gonna go for two teaspoons. They said that the Swedes normally would use like, what, 3 tablespoons or something, an insane amount? Or maybe it was 2 tablespoons. So I'm going with 2 teaspoons. Try to split the difference, because otherwise it said 1 teaspoon. Okay, now we're setting out stuff for the sauce, so that's gonna go over here. So, oh, I got a new toy. New toy, oyo. I've got an actual scale. I've got an actual scale. And this scale is going to be used to weigh dill. Dill. Because I need 2 ounces of dill on. Okay, 0. So let's see what 2 ounces of dill looks like. More than that. How about all of it? Ah, so cool! Dang it, now I need to wash that. Nuts. Okay, that is... wow. That's only like ½ an ounce. Well, that's all the dill I got. So, we're gonna have to make do. Oh, there's supposed to be a lot more dill than that. ½ an ounce. Bloody hell. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, it's supposed to be 2 ounces. I obviously did not get anything near that. So, we make do. Oops. Hope it works. I really do off. I guess it goes off by itself. Okay. I really hope that works. So, HJH, thank you for the like. Very much. Now we are moving on to, I know it's weird to measure out, you know, water in such fashion, but I guess I'm moving stuff around here. 2 cups of water. I can just keep that in the, here. So I've got 2 cups of water over yonder, and then a ¼ cup of sugar, which seems like an awful lot of sugar. I hope I have enough. So let's find out. Dill. I didn't know I would need that much dill. I'm not having the husband run out for more. I'm not. And he can't hear me either. Okay. I was wondering if he was going to offer. Because he would. Oh, by the way, I think our... oh, I hope this doesn't mess things up. I don't think I can trust it. It's going to have that whole thing on the end. Okay, ¼ cup sugar. Here we go. Okay, sugar over here. Going for ½ cup of whipping cream. We bought heavy cream last week for Swaziland for that creamy sauce. If you watched, that didn't work out. That was one of our less successful dishes for a few reasons. One of those reasons was that I got some stuff wrong. So I'm going for transferring the sugar into here. So we're going with ½ cup of whipping cream. heavy whipping cream. Hello. Who do we have here? Marion, hello. How are you doing today? How are you this Sunday evening? Thank you for joining us. If you are new to the challenge, number one, what we're doing is we're cooking the food of Sweden tonight, second of 3 nights. Last night, tonight, and Tuesday will be our last night. What the larger concept is here, as I measure up my half a cup of whipping cream, is that this is my culinary journey around the world, where I learn to cook by cooking a different dish in countries in alphabetical order, 1 country a week, until I get all the way around the world. When I hit Zimbabwe, which will be in July. Started this in 2012. It's now 2016. Once we finish, we've got plans. Drew, thank you for the restream. Everything is on the blog, located at cliffyland.com, where you can see pictures, links to the original recipes, links to these videos right here, and information about the country, how everything went, and you can catch up on all the countries you missed. Because we started this way before Meerkat happened. Started meerkatting when we cooked Pakistan, which is country number 131. Thank you, Landing Point, for the restream. Whipping cream goes back. Now we are getting out just a small amount of cornstarch, which will be for thickening this whole business at the end. But I'm getting it ready now. And fresh, ooh, no, actually, I have to finish off the one I already have. Almost forgot. I have just a teensy bit left here before we finally get rid of this cornstarch. And this is going to be anywhere from 1 to 3 tablespoons of the cornstarch. So let's find out how much is left in here, shall we? We're going to be moving in through past the jazz into Swedish folk music before too long. In case you want to get your Shazam ready or something, I don't know. That's kind of 1. We'll say that's 1. And now this can go away. Garbage. And now we open up the new cornstarch. And then, by gum, we'll be ready to start cooking. Who knows, maybe dinner might be on time this time. No mess. Stay fresh, no mess. Okay. For number 2. I don't know if I'm going to need all 3 tablespoons. Like I said, this recipe was very exacting and was saying, you know, like, stop, taste, see if this works. Which is good. Apparently that's, you know, how one should cook. I tend not to. I need to learn to do that. So that's kind of part of what this whole deal's all about. In case you thought the hokey pokey was what it was all about. Ready. Bang bang, we are ready. So let's, are you clean? And we'll be needing this later to chop the dill. But not right yet. Okay. So we're moving. Derek, I see you have reverted to your young Clark Kent look. Thank you. Yeah, I had my contacts on earlier because I went for a run, but then went to a movie, and my contacts are really crappy for seeing far away, or close for that matter. So swapped out. But thank you. Funny how no one who knew he was Clark Kent. It's like, oh my god, you put on your glasses. Who are you? I don't recognize you. You're a different person. Okay, so we're going to be needing a minimum of 2 saucepans here. So let's see what, I'm so bummed about me honking up one of these saucepans. I really, really am. because I got them new for Christmas, you know, not this past Christmas, the one before, but now as you can see, they're wobbly. So I'll use that to boil the potatoes, and use the other large one for our primary dish. I think that will do. I think. No, because there's a reason because I need another pot here for the dill reduction, which is gonna be a skillet, and I'm gonna use the one I didn't bust because I did the same wobbly thing to the other pan. There must be something in this white ceramic stuff that makes it more susceptible to the bowing that happens when the hot-cold thing that I found out from you guys is why it happened. Nonetheless, we're going to start in here with the lamb. So I got, it's supposed to be a pound and a quarter of the lamb. It said lamb neck or leg, and the guy couldn't chop a leg for me, so he gave me shoulder blade and asked if he could chop it into cubes for me, which he did. So it wound up being afterwards going from 1.5 pounds to 3/4 pounds. So I hope this does not throw off the quantities on this way too much. And he wrapped it within 1 inch of its life. He certainly did. Okay, just got this fresh just now. This is what you're looking at. Okay, I can't let you get too close because the phone gets really hot, and then bad things happen. So, okay, so we've got our lamb. Lamb goes in. This is cubed into 1 inch cubes. In you go. I don't know. Is it better like this or better like this? Better like this or better like this? Derek, quality ports are not designed for electric hobs. You will not find an electric hob in a commercial professional kitchen. I am quite sure of that. The butcher couldn't chop a leg? No. They either they A, didn't have it, or B, frown upon it because they'd have to lose the rest of it because they wouldn't be able to do something else with it, because apparently it's like a big picnic. It's like a whole leg, and that's how they sell it. So whatever. I don't know if he was, I mean, he was being very nice, so there's that. Okay, so we're got our lamb in here, and I gotta make sure to take a picture so I don't forget. It's been a little while since, not a long while, but a little while since I've cooked with lamb. When I started out, I was doing lamb every week. So we got our lamb in the pot, and we're gonna cover it just barely with water. Am I right with that? Okay. Okay. And we're going to, where are you? I have a spatula. There it is. Okay. And we're going to turn this up and bring it up to a boil. They'll say, hey, how are you doing, my friend? Hey, Cheyenne, how are you? Good seeing you. Thanks for coming by. There's this cold weather that's coming down, just up right north of us, where it's going to be much, much colder than it is here. But it's supposed to be cooler tonight, which I'm kind of looking forward to. It's nice to have a day where I don't have to turn the air on. Brings to a boil. Okay, so I'm just waiting for it to come to a boil, and then as soon as that happens, we're pouring off the water. Like, in the instant it happens. So I need to be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. What was in here? Sugar. You're done nothing wrong. The port is not designed for that hob. You mean the, yeah. I wish I could get a gas. It's not something, yeah, pot. I got what you meant. Yeah. Like I said, when I moved here, I was like, oh, it's a nice kitchen. I'll never use it. And now, what do you know? Funny thing is, while I was looking at places to buy, it's the story of how we came to have this place is weird. We went from living in Columbus to the husband getting the job, and then in the span of 7 days, came here. I picked a place. We bought a place. We moved and we closed on it, you know, all in 7 days. So in 7 days' time, we went from living there to living here. And so I just went, there was one place that I saw, which was not a nice place. But the kitchen was a total chef's kitchen. He was like, because the guy was a chef, and he's got a whole sous chef and everything going, and he's got the gas stove, and now I'd like go crazy for that kitchen. Then I was like, that's an incredible kitchen in a really crappy house. So, funny how things work. But I don't know how one would get gas here. I've never cooked with gas in my life, though I would like to. Someday. 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 Okay, let me get the stuff nearby here. This is gonna have to drain off into there. But nearby we're gonna have our onions, carrots. Onions, carrots. So we got our onions, we'll have this nearby. Our carrots, which we, you know, put over here. Our celery, our bay leaf, our celery, our bay leaf, and our thyme, I'm assuming. Assuming, never assume. You make an ass of you and me. Stupid watch. Yes. And our 10 little white peppercorns, and I'm guessing the salt too. If I'm not mistaken. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Okay. So we're starting to bubble here. So as soon as it comes to boil, the instant, the moment. Did I take a picture of the thing with the water? Yes, I did. Okay. Again, the pictures are for the blog at cliffyland.com. Thank you for the follow, Evikins? What a cute name. Yes, you can follow right here on Meerkat. You will be notified when future streams are scheduled and about to start and starting. So you can do that, and you can find out about that. So getting steamy up in here, and I don't want to take my attention too far away from that, because then it's got to sit for, once I put everything, that's going to simmer for 45 minutes to an hour, and then meanwhile I'll be working on the other stuff. So that's the name of that tune. By the way, has anyone tried that Peach, that new app Peach? Everyone was talking about it like 2 days ago. Suddenly it was like the thing of the moment. I haven't looked at it yet. I've read the description. I don't know if I'm particularly interested. But a friend of mine posted on Facebook saying, oh, I'll try it. I try everything new for a second. Hey, anyone remember Meerkat? I was like, yeah, I remember Meerkat. Okay, so it's starting to come to a boil, immediately turning it off, and then pouring this off. Cook me human flesh. No, thank you. That would be very yucky. And that Papua New Guinea would have been the option for that one. They used to eat people. Until not that long ago. But we're not doing that here. Hold on, I'm pouring. Trying not to lose my lamb in the process. Okay. And now I am taking the lamb out, I'm assuming. I'm thinking that's right. Yes, I know I am. So lamb is, lol, you're welcome. I don't know how you cook it all. So this is a beautiful stream. Thank you very much. The background is that I never cooked. I never learned to cook. I, you know, quite literally would burn water. 30 years ago, as a college student, not knowing food basics, I almost accidentally killed myself, and I was in the hospital for a week because I did not know food basics, which additionally scared me from ever trying to cook. And 30 years later, after a long and winding road and a long, complicated story, I decided to cook a dish from Afghanistan, and that came out well, and I said, hey, I can cook a different country once a week, and then I'll learn to cook. And so here we are, almost 4 years later. Mickey the Blue, it would be amazing as we stream to the... Okay, yay. Okay, that was strike 2, buddy, so I think that's as many strikes as you get. Thank you, and goodbye. Okay, now we're going to clean out the pot. Hold on while I wash. It specifically said to rinse out the pot. I'm sorry I didn't turn you this way. It's very exciting to watch me rinse out a pot. But it specifically said to do that. Meanwhile... Okay, pot clean. And that. Alright, so now what we're doing is we're putting the lamb back in the pan. So I've got to get a picture of that. Focus. Okay, and now we're adding in the onion, the carrots, the celery, the thyme. Do you have the thyme? Pardon me, sir. The bay leaf, the 10 white peppercorns, and am I missing anything? And the whole bunch of salt. It said the Swedes would normally have a whole lot more. I decided, like I said, to split the difference. Now we're going to spread this out because, and here's where the amount of water part becomes particularly important. We're adding just enough water to cover it. Just enough. So I'm going to do that this way. Like I said, my stews always tend to be really watery, and I don't want that to be the case. So, I guess I didn't need a pot this big. Can you see? I hope you can see. Okay. Just enough to cover it. Accomplished. So, picture, say cheese, say stew. Okay. And now we're bringing it to a simmering point. And then simmer it for 45 to 60 minutes. Remco asks, what if you're done with all countries? Other cooking plans? Good question, Remco. I have plans. My first plans is to take a vacation. Because I've owed the husband one for a long time. And so we need to want to go very far and actually see a place, you know, that I'm always talking about. And after that, I want to do the number of sovereign states / territories, non-UN recognized countries that had to get skipped for, you know, whatever reasons along the way. This would include, you know, probably Taiwan, and who knows, maybe Tibet, and Palestine, and Western Sahara, and Kosovo, and Vatican City, if you want to, like, make a Roman dish. So I'm going to figure out which ones I want to do. And then after that, I've got plans to expand this whole operation, and part of that will be to start all over again with the letter A. But it will be much more than just that. So stay tuned. That's going to be 2016. We'll hit Zimbabwe in end of July, and then we'll be taking it from there for the rest of 2016 and see what happens. So we got plans for the year. Thank you for your question. It's one that actually came up like on week 2, which is weird because that was like 4 years ago almost. Meanwhile, we're going to make the dill reduction. So while this comes to the simmering point, and I think I have it there, we can move away for a moment. We're going to make our dill reduction, and the first part of making our dill reduction is to get our dill. And I did not have enough dill, as you saw earlier, which, I mean, I used a bunch of dill for the sauce last night. He's upstairs. I'm not going to make him go out and buy more dill at 6:30. So we have our dill here, and I need a container. You'll do. Okay, so we're going to separate the fronds from the, and I'll be your roving Scottish correspondent. Thank you so much, Derek. Yeah, Scotland again, part of, we'll do it with, initially, you know, as part of the UK, when we get to that, which should be, I think, in June. May or June, is when we get to UK. And that will definitely be 3 nights, it'll have to be 3 nights. So, I guess Wales and Northern Ireland will have to share a night. Hope that doesn't offend. And then Scotland will be 1 night, and England will be another. So we'll figure that out. In term, you know, and again, from day one, people ask me, "What are you going to cook for the United States?" I was thinking, yeah, I already have ideas, but I just can't get excited about it because I mean it's, you know, here. So I've got plans on that too. So. Yeah, one of my ideas for phase 2 will also involve the 50 states. Diana, thank you for the like and the restream. So like I said, we got plans. Also, in case I didn't already mention it, find everything that you need about the blog at cliffyland.com. You can follow on Facebook. Just look for Cliffyland, the Global Cooking Challenge. You can follow us on Twitter at Cliffyland. There's our @sign. Also on Pinterest, if you're on there, search for Cliffyland. Or on Instagram, I post links to the blog and picture of the final product. As well as on YouTube. Now we're on YouTube, so if you'd be really cool if you went and if you weren't watching this on YouTube already, or even if you were, go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would be super groovy. So we have our friends. You there?
Right here. Yes.
Oh, never mind. I don't want to make them do that. So we have our fronds and our stems, and we're gonna make our dill reduction out of that. We're gonna chop the dill fronds over here and separate these out. Okay. You know, I promised you. Oh, you know what? You saw this last night. I should use it again. Hello, Anne-Marie. Well, sort of, kind of. Even it doesn't. It just flat out doesn't always work the way you want it to. It's as simple as that. You know, homonyms and such. Okay. Here we go. Did I see Lydia? Lydia, my encyclopedia, how are you doing? I'm gonna drain this, and I only have 2 hands, so this could be happening behind you. So, equip me meet there. I'll turn you around now. There's the stew. Hello, stew. Hello. Looks like the roiling boil. This is it's not a roiling boil, but for that little, maybe it is. I have it on very low. Oh, and there go my glasses. See, I can see now.
Oh, Mr. Magoo.
Oh, Magoo, you've done it again. Okay. Taters. Hot taters just stay hot in the oven while the rest cooks, which should not be too long. Hey, well, look at that, we hit the time. Excuse me. Oh, you're thinking that Steve Martin, squeeze me. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. This Cuban-American thing from the 70s, which you've probably never heard of, called Que Pase USA, where the grandfather was like, excuse me. Excuse me, mister. Where am I here? Well, there's a step that I skipped, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay, we're going to strain the meat and vegetables now. Turning you off. So I'm going to do that right there. Here we go. I will see that in a moment. Okay, so there's very little liquid down there, but the premise is that we're going to put 2 cups of liquid back in the pan. So I need to take a picture of this just so I know. Okay, you strain, look like that. Now we're going to add 2 cups of this liquid back to the pan. This is a little hot. So, see how much is 2 cups. Oh, that's barely 3/4 of a cup. Fabulous. Okay, filling with water. Okay, back in the pan with the... Okay. And after we do that, I need to take a picture of it, because here's where we get our creamy dill sauce. Because now we're going to add our cream right here, and I'm going to bring this to a boil. Just like that. And I'm going to bring it to a boil. And once that is brought to a boil, am I right? Then we're gonna add the meat and vegetables back in, because that's how it goes. So it's gonna take a second for that to get there. How you doing, Lydia? How's your weekend? Did you do anything fun? You're in the DC area, I gather. What are you making? Says Tom. I hope the name is, or not Tom. I am making, the Swedish name is Dillkött. D-I-L-K, O with an umlaut, T, which is a lamb stew in a creamy dill sauce. And here's where the creamy part comes in. I'm bringing this to a boil. The lamb stew part is over here. And then there's some dill stalks that are in a reduction over here that we've let cool off, and we have a little bit of cornstarch here, which is going to thicken the whole process later. So so dinner is actually going to be on time, or early even, in case. Hun?
Yeah.
Yes. So dinner might be early even.
Okay.
Might be. Not necessarily. Could be. So boiling, then this goes in. And then we are going to need a tablespoon, because we're going to add this dill reduction. Again, oh, well, you asked them, but I told you. This dill reduction we had over here in the pan, which is water and vinegar and sugar and white peppercorns and dill stalks. So that is going to go little at a time back into the pan. And I feel this phone getting warm. So I'm going to need to back you off. It's harder to see, I apologize. Okay, you're definitely boiling now. So, abracadabra, meat goes back in the pan. Okay, in you go. And where's my spatula? meat and potatoes and carrots go back in. I hope you can see. Sorry for the funereal music. Now we're going to add this dill reduction over here. Let me turn that down. Back into the pan, a tablespoon at a time. That is very hot. Way too hot. Turning it down. Because we add this dill reduction here, a tablespoon at a time, to this until we have the right taste. I don't know how much because I have to taste it, and it's very, very hot right now. And then add salt and pepper to taste, so I might as well taste that too. So here goes with the salt and pepper. Oh, damn. Did not take a picture of putting the dill reduction in. Okay. Salt and pepper. Salt. Eek. And pepper. Our Swedish lamb dish. Yes. And pepper. And then we'll taste it, I promise. I will taste it. Something I never did before, which is probably why my cooking did not happen and sucked and did not happen. And now we mix it up and then we taste it and then see how it goes. Okay. Here goes nothing. Big fat lot of nothing. Ow, that's so hot. Hard to do without burning your hands. The time is getting my way. Out. Okay, one more time. Ah, hand burning. Okay. Very hot, see? The phone is so hot it's gone dim on me now. Quite salty. Tasty. I'll do some more of the dill reduction. That is definitely salty, but they said the Swedes like it salty. Justin, you there? Justin, hello, how are you doing? Good evening, Justin. How are you this Sunday night? As I'm tasting my dill lamb stew. Just always panic I'm gonna burn my mouth off. Very tasty. Let's do more of the, just got back home from Midtown. Midtown, like Midtown Miami? Or Midtown, like, which Midtown?
Midtown Manhattan?
Well, Justin is in Hollywood, so I don't know what Midtown he's talking about. Unless he did go to New York, which I did not know about. Had one of the best dishes I had in my life. Oh, really? Tell me about this. Where? Is this in Miami, or are you in New York? Did you just come back from New York? Is there a Midtown in Hollywood, Florida that I don't know about? Miami. Okay, where did you go? Tell me. I need to know. Okay, we're gonna add one more. It said that likely to use about a third, 3/4 of the dill reduction to the stew here. So that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Come back. Okay, what is that? Sakaya Kitchen. Have you heard about this, hon? In Miami? Sakaya. S-A-K-A-Y-A. Sounds Japanese. Please say hi to Kenneth for me. Is Kenneth here? I don't see him. I will say hi to him next time I see him, though. It's getting better with that. I'm sensing the sugariness of the dill reduction. It's starting to appear. So now I see what they're getting at. It's mixing the salty with the sweet, which is a great combo. It had been missing the sweet part, so it's Korean. Oh my god, is it Korean barbecue? Jester Gal, hello, how are you doing? Yes, Jester Gal says hello to you, honey.
Me?
To you. Yes, the husband says hello back. Okay, one last try. Okay, not burning mouth. It's Korean. Korean barbecue? I had real Korean oh my god, that's getting really good. I had real Korean barbecue in LA a few months ago. Raw, out of this world. And it was like the real deal. There was no messing around. This is like, we're the only like non-Korean people in the place. I had Indian food today. Ooh, what did you have? Did you have anything interesting? There's such a world of Indian food aside from chicken tikka masala, which is what I was. At first, I always wound up getting, but now I get, you know, I always pick the one thing I've never heard of on the menu. And they go, "You want that?" And I go, "Yeah, get it. Whatever it is, I want it." But it's no. Is it really hot? Yeah, I'll take it. I think this is gonna be my last batch of the dill going in here before we start to thicken it. Yeah, it's Korean barbecue. Wow. Do they have the big vents on top with a fire on the bottom? Hey, is it James? Yes, James. Hello. Thank you for the like. How are you doing? Bollywood Bites in Portland, Oregon. Ooh, that sounds good. All Korean spices and etc., I believe. Ooh, good. When I cooked Korean, I made North Korean. You can look on the blog at cliffyland.com. Jessica buffet. Yes, the Indians restaurants have great buffets. I myself, because of partially because of my OCD stuff, buffets kind of bother me. I mean, I understand why people like them, but it's just not. It gives me anxiety. Yeah, because I want everything and I can't, and then I freak out. That's perfect. No, it's not that big. I just had one of the peppercorns. Okay, that's it for the dough. Wah! I just bit one of the peppercorns. Woohoo! Good times. Okay, salt and pepper taste done. Now we're adding cornstarch. A tablespoon at a time to thicken it. I just bit a peppercorn. Martina, how are you doing? How are you doing? Thanks for liking Restream. Jocelyn says, I spoke with someone from North Korea and I asked how it was there and he said he couldn't complain. Well, that's a very complicated story. Goat curry was new taste to me. Ooh, that's good stuff. Good on ya. I have some goat in the freezer that I don't know when I put it in there. But I screwed up goat so badly, like years ago, that I've been frightened to try it again. I tried like 2 or 3 times. And I messed up badly. But now I know more, so I'll probably do better. But the key to goat is it takes a long time. It takes a long time. So we're adding this cornstarch here to thicken our stew. And we're just going to keep doing that until it thickens the right amount. So... and then we'll be ready. Hi, Cliffy. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Martina. How is your 2016 looking so far? We are trying to thicken our stew here. I have it on a low simmer now, though it's not bubbling. And I think I'm done with the dill reduction here, so that's going to go away. And how long does it take to thicken the cornstarch? It sounds like somebody died with this music. It's too creamy. I need it thicker. I need it thicker. Okay. Still not thick enough. One more tablespoon. See how that goes. I may wind up using all of it. You know, I think the Ritz starts with this music. It's like my favorite movie. It starts with a funeral scene. It's getting thicker. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Can you? Can you? Can you? It's like that. I just don't want you to. I don't want to damage the phone. Getting too deep in there. I guess I didn't need that big stew pot. Oopsie. Okay, I'm gonna go whole hog on the cornstarch here. All in. Leave no man behind. Okay. Lots of Swedish classical stuff. So that's what's happening in the background. Though I'll probably have something a little more exciting for Tuesday, when we make Swedish meatballs on Tuesday. Tuesday will be Swedish meatballs again with the cucumbers, doing triple duty, and egg noodles. So that is what is happening on Tuesday. Come on, bubble something. It's just not thickening. It's like they're like clumping together. The cornstarch is, which is not what I want. I want it creamy, but it tastes really good. It just needs to be thicker. That's what she said. Who said that? Hamlet starts with a funeral. Yes, yes it does. If I was 20 years younger, I would remember the first lines. But that has evaporated from the brain now. Whatever it was it. Yeah, the basic Shakespeare stuff. Oh, at the very end, the chopped dill goes in. At the very end, but I need to make sure it's creamy enough first. And then when it is, we're going to get to serving. So let me get the plates ready. You can watch that from a safe distance. Don't want you to fall in. Okay. So we're going to have the reason we add the dill at the very end is that it gets bad if you add it in too early. And that'll be the last step. So the starting to thicken, getting a little on the creamy side. My stews are always too liquidy. It's a perpetual issue, and this is seeming like an issue again.
Do we need spoons or forks?
Forks, I would say. I'm gonna try to thicken this as much as I humanly can without, taking a whole dump of cornstarch. Derek says a tiny little cup of corn flour mixed with cold water and added no will thicken. Okay, I added the corn flour, but I did not mix it in water first. It's in there. It was like about 3 tablespoons worth. If I had dissolved it in water before, I can see how that, I could get the clumps out. It's starting to thicken. I just not having a whole lot of great experience with the cornstarch thickening thing. I don't know how quickly or slowly that happens. But luckily, we're technically early on dinner. So I'm doing okay, except for y'all being bored. But I'm heating it up to let it reduce down, which I hope will help with the process. Because, like I said, all my sauces all wind up being, stews being too liquid. If you go to see the Japanese one, The Japanese stew was the one that was perfect. It was just right. The sauce was like sticky and just all kinds of good. And I did it again for my mom a few months later. I do it for you. Come visit. Mix a little with cold water. What the hell? I'll do that. I mean, can't hurt, I hope. Okay, got more corn flour coming up. Hold on. With the cold water, we'll be in here. Okay. Let me try this out. Cliffy, how was yesterday's meal and did it taste good? It tasted, yesterday we did salmon, poached salmon, cold poached salmon, which was phenomenal. Phenomenal. And the cucumber salad, which you will see here shortly, will do double duty. That was great. The dill sauce on the salmon was so good, and we did have some left over. Hence, we are, I'm putting that on top of the potatoes, just as an extra thing on the side here, just to have something to go with the stew. So let's see, mixing cold water. With the cornstarch. Okay, cold water and more cornstarch. See if we can thicken that up even more. But it tasted so, oh my god, I got corn flour all over creation. But it tasted really, really good, and the potatoes were very, very nice, and I forgot to add salt to the water when I cooked these potatoes tonight. Now did I? Oopsie. Oopsie doopsie. Well, there's salt in the dill dressing that I'm going to put on top of it, so I hope that makes up for it. Ooh, now it's getting creamy. We got creamy action happening. Yes, we do. And it tasted really good. That dill reduction had sugar in it, so sugar and dill with the salt, which is quite salty. They said the Swedes make it very salty, so I tried to make it like not too salty, but not, you know, as unsalty as it would otherwise be. And that's bubbling too high, but that was me trying to thicken it down. Okay, I think we're there. I think this is looking like the kind of creaminess we're looking for here. See? Can you see? Can you see? So I think we're ready. So now we're going to add the dill here at the end. Camera. Mix in the chopped dill. And now with our chopped dill in there, I think I can lose the bay leaf if I can reach it. So don't want to eat that. You stay over there. Get up. Get up. Get up. We don't want you anymore. You've done your job. Thank you. You performed a good service. Now go away. And our sprig of thyme has gotten lost. But it is time to serve. You're very welcome, Clifford. You're double welcome. So, turning that off, and it is time to plate. Time to plate. Okay. So, here we go. Do the plates. We're going with our cold cucumber salad, which we had yesterday. It's going on the side today. Again, it's going to go on the side again on Tuesday, and then we won't have any. So there's your cucumber. Our cold pressed cucumber salad from yesterday. Need to leave some for Tuesday. So that's number one. Number two is going to be our potatoes, which are in the oven staying warm. In case you didn't see my little birthday present. My world map oven mitt. It doesn't like Asia, apparently. Did not fit. Okay. So we've got our taters over here, which I did not salt. Oops. So we're gonna eat what we're gonna eat. We're gonna have leftover. We have leftover. And I'm gonna put the creamy dill sauce from the salmon, yesterday's salmon, on top of it, just because. And over here, 1, 2. I don't know how to count in Swedish. I had been to Iceland though. Have not been to Sweden. Want to go to Sweden, want to go to the ABBA Museum. Money, but it's all about money, money, money. I was running to ABBA today. It made me go very, very fast. ABBA make me go zoom. Listening to the Visitors. Oh my god, I was tripping. I was hella tripping. When it was going really fast, like, now I feel the moving, I was like, I'm flying out of my way. That's not that pretty, but we'll have to do, because I want to use up this dill sauce. I'm not good with the visual presentation, so apologies to the design gods. But this dill sauce is so stinking good. Okay, and lastly, the star attraction, our stew, and I'm going to try to bring it to the plates this time. Yeah, it's definitely thick. Yay. So here we go. Two. Now I need some over here. There's our thyme. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. More lamb over here. I don't think there's going to be leftovers for moi tomorrow. No, I don't. Am I missing any lamb? Just a little bit. Okay. Ah, that's not pretty. It's pretty, but it's going to be tasty. Okay, so... Ah, hot. Carrie Osborne, thank you for liking the restream. Hello, 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 hello. Well, that's my husband, but yes. He wishes you greetings back at you.
Hello.
There, now you can hear him now. So, now we clean. Wipey. Okay. That's as nice as that's gonna get. We've got a little run over, but I will cope with that. Picture time, and then it's dinner time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, cheese. Say lamb stew. Okay, now, so here we have. This is Sweden, night 2 of 3. We are looking at our, let's get our words again. Use our words. Our Dillkött, our lamb stew in creamy dill sauce, which is right there. With the roasted potatoes, just like we did last night, with the dill sauce that repurposed from last night's salmon, and our cold pressed cucumber. And same deal over here. That's it. So, Derek says, "Doesn't look pretty with Scottish Irish lamb, loving potato guy. It looks magnificent. Thank you so much. It already tastes good. I did taste it, so that's a plus." So that's it for night 2 of Sweden. Thank you for joining us. I need to go eat. Tune in Tuesday for Swedish meatballs on egg noodles. So check that out. It's gonna be served with lingonberry jam. It's gonna be really good. Making lots of meatballs. So that's Tuesday. evening. Follow here on Meerkat. You can follow on Facebook. Just look for Cliffyland. On Twitter, follow at Cliffyland. On Tumblr, on Instagram, on Pinterest. And if you go to our YouTube page, it would be super cool if you subscribed. We'd love you forever. So thank you very much. Thank you, Emery. Thank you, Martina. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, everybody. You rock. Catch you next time. Till then, bon appetit.